So, yes, good evening. So, this session is mainly about tips, strategies, and the summary of the new syllabus exclusive topics. I hope everyone's preparation is going on well. We have started the mentoring, and which task is going on? We have already started the mentoring, and which task is going on now? We are now in task number 3. And there were students who asked me two things mainly. First thing was, what are the additions in the new syllabus auditing? From May 24 exam, new syllabus, what are the additions? A separate session was conducted, but they wanted a brief idea. So I thought we will have a separate session, that is today, regarding the new syllabus topic. I'm going to brief on every new syllabus additional topics. That's the first one. Second one is there are students again who are confused. Is the remaining time sufficient? We are not able to complete the task. What should be done? How to approach? That is the second thing. So, first let's start with the new syllabus topic first. I will give you each chapter. What is the summary in the material and what are you supposed to study? So, let's start. All set? Guys, take off. Can we go? Okay. And in the syllabus, there are totally how many chapters? There are totally 19 chapters, right? In the 19 chapters, this is the list of all the 19 chapters. Okay. In the 19 chapters, chapter number 1 to chapter number 11 is exclusively. Guys, come on. Exclusively, it is what? It is standards. Now, what we will do is, in 5 minutes, I will give you the summary of the entire 11 chapters. Can we do that? Just 5 minutes. There are standards issued by AASB, okay, Auditing Assurance Standard Board. Okay, it is examined by NFRA and prescribed by central government, right? Now, how many sets of standards are there? Anyone? How many sets of standards are there? There are totally 5 sets of standards. And including XQC, I will say 5 sets. First set of standard is SA. SA is nothing but standards on auditing. This standard has to be followed while you are performing the audit engagement. Audit. And in audit, what assurance you will give? Auditor, what assurance you will give? We will give some interview hearing, no? Reasonable assurance, right? Reasonable assurance. On what are you giving reasonable assurance? On what you are giving reasonable assurance? You are giving reasonable assurance on. It's not just effort, you call it as historical financial information. So while you are giving reasonable assurance on historical financial, while you are performing the audit engagement, we use a set of standards. We use a set of standards called as standards on auditing. And it starts with essay. Hey guys, standards on auditing, it starts with essay. 200, 200 series. And it ends with, anyone, which ends with which series? 200 series is the basic responsibility. 300, 400 series is audit planning and risk assessment. 500 series is audit evidence. 600 series is using the work of others. 700 series is audit report. And it doesn't end here. It ends with 800 series. This is nothing but these standards are from 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700. All these, this much is nothing but in our material. chapter number 1 to 7. Most of the standards are familiar ones, whereas 800 series is a new topic. It's an addition. So I will give you a brief summary of 800 series after I finish off these 5 sets. This is nothing but chapter number 8. Are we clear with the first set of standard, which is called as essay? Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Can we go to next set? After essay, we have what? We have standards called as SRE. At a full form, standards on review engagement. Like essay is for audit, SRE is for, come on guys, SRE when? While you are performing the review engagement. Review. But a review is done for interim, like quarterly financials, half yearly, etc. So here you can't give reasonable assurance. Here you will give only a what assurance? You can't give reasonable because it's just a quarter. It's interim. Here we will give what? Limited assurance. It had limited assurance on what? Again, a quarter is over, then we conduct review. So again on historical financial. To summarize, on historical financial to give limited assurance while performing review engagement, we use set of standards called as SRE. SA is for audit, SRE is for review. There are two standards SRE. Both these standards are nothing but your chapter number 10. Guys, are we clear with these two? If so, can we go to next set, third one? Come on, guys, life is a race. Run. Can we go to the next one? SAE, full form. Standards on assurance engagement. Standards on what engagement? Assurance. Audit is reasonable assurance on historical. Review is limited assurance on historical. Now, what is this assurance? Here we will give some kind of assurance. It can be either limited or it can be reasonable assurance. But what is the difference from SA and SRE? Here you are giving assurance on, not the historical financial, other than historical financial info. It can be prospective, future, it can be on internal control, etc. Anything other than historical financial, you are giving assurance. So on other than historical financial, when you are giving reasonable or limited assurance, while performing assurance engagement, we use a set of standard called as SAE. Standards on assurance engagement. We have 3 sets of SAE, 3 standards are there. This is nothing but chapter number 11. And I hope you guys are following. If so, can we go to the next set? Fourth one. What is fourth one? SRS. Full form. Standards on related services. Standards on related services. Here, you are not giving any assurance. Neither limited nor reasonable. No assurance. Without any assurance, you are just performing some related services to your client. Say, for example, compilation engagement, you are compiling the financials and giving. Then we will use this SRS. So without giving any assurance, when you do related services, we use standard called as SRS. Standards on related services. This is nothing but chapter number 9 in our material. And finally, can someone tell me cumulatively all these 4 standards we can call in one phrase? Any guess? SA is for audit engagement, SRE is for review engagement, SAE is for assurance engagement. SRS is for related services engagement. So can we cumulatively call all the 4 standards as, any guess? Come on, come on, come on. We call them as engagement standards. Makla, why did we call it as engagement standards? Because it is particular, like audit, review. It's for particular engagement. Correct. Now, any work you do, whether it is audit, whether it is review, whether it is assurance or related services, CA firm should have QC. What is QC? QC means SQC, standards on quality control. But is it at an engagement level or firm level? Is SQC at firm level or engagement level? SQC is at firm level, meaning this is not for an engagement, it is for the entire firm. Now, when you heard about SQC, there is only one SQC as of now. There is another set of standard which should come to your mind. Come on, come on, come on. There is a twinning standards with SQC, which is SA 220. What is the difference between SQC and 220? SQC is quality control, policies and procedures at what level? Firm level. Whereas 220 is of a particular engagement, meaning at engagement level. So SQC is nothing but, SQC and SA 220 is nothing but chapter number 1. Did you understand chapter number 1 to 11, what it is? If clear, can you say clear or thumbs up, anything? Okay. So in this, again, let me go back. I was just saying about the 5 sets of standard, SA, SRE, SAE, SRS, SQC. This 5 sets of standard is nothing but chapter number 1 to 11. Again, going back, see, quality control, general principles, planning, materiality, evidence, completion, reporting. Now let me pause. These 4 chapters out of the 1 to 11 which we discussed, these 4 are newcomers. Okay, newborn chapters for the May 24 exams. So can we discuss a summary of each chapter? So take rest for half minute and then put ready. Let's start. So guys, all set? Can we take off? Okay. So which chapter we are going to discuss now? We are going to summarize this chapter. Each chapter will take 5 to 10 minutes only. Yeah. Chapter number 8. Chapter number 8 is name is specialized areas. Okay. Now guys, this is the summary of the topics which are included in chapter number 8. But which series will come to your mind when you hear about audit report? Which series of essay will come to your mind when you generally hear about audit report? 700 series. Now 800 series, which is nothing but your chapter number 8. This also, both these series are dealing with audit report. Hey ma'am, why 2 series? Why this Kolaveri? Come on. 700 series is general reporting. Or we can say general purpose financial statements. It's for general purpose. Whereas 800 series is specified cases. Now there are 3 sets of specified cases. That's why 3 standards. So now for the exam, if a question is coming Okay. As an auditor, how will you form the opinion? As an auditor, whether it is emphasis or other matter, as an auditor, key audit matter, if questions is on those topics, which series will come to your mind, guys? Is it 700 or 800? If the questions is relating to CAM, emphasis, the usual topic, then it is 700 series. Now, 800 series, I will give you the keywords which you should remember. In essay 800, guys, in essay 800, you are the auditor. You are the auditor. But here, you are going to give your opinion on financial statements prepared, not general purpose, but specific purpose framework. You call it as SPF, specific purpose framework. Say, for example, there was a creditor. He will give the credit provided he wants to prepare the financial according to some other framework which he wants. Say, for example, he is in US, he wants the financials in India. In addition to usual financial, you call it as general purpose framework. Now, in addition to the usual general purpose framework, this user means the creditor, wants to prepare financial as per US GAAP for some credit purpose. Such framework is called as specific purpose framework. For general purpose, which series is applicable? For general purpose, which series is applicable? 700 series. Whereas when you do the audit as per the requirements of specific user, like the creditor, then which essay 800 series essay 800 will apply. Did you understand? See, don't think this is an entirely new set of standard. No. Audit report format, audit report content, etc. is whatever you have studied in 200, 300, 400, 500 series will remain the same. Only difference is instead of giving the report to general users, here you will be addressing the issues of specific user. Are we clear with essay 800 what it is? I will show you the name of essay so you will get more clarity. Essay 800 deals with special consideration applicable in respect of audit of FS, which is prepared in accordance with special purpose framework, which is SPF. If 800 is clear, can we go to 805? Come on, guys, 805. Okay. Now in 805, again, you are only the auditor. You are the auditor. Now, you are going to give your opinion, not on the entire FS. You are going to give the opinion on single financial statements. Single. Balance sheet only, P&L only, cash flow only. Or you are going to give your opinion on a specific element. Specific element. Specific element means, say, for example, only the creditors or only the debtors, only inventory, specific element in financial statement. Now, like essay 800, we compared two. One, we compared general purpose and special purpose. In essay 805, two things are there. One, complete FS, full FS, complete or full FS. When you do the audit of full FS, which series will apply? Full FS, guys, balance sheet, V&L, cash flow, notes, 700 series. When you do the audit of single financial or specific element of FS, which SA will apply SA 805. Makla, are you understanding? I'm just comparing. 700 series is for full, and this is mainly if you're doing the audit of a single FS, balance sheet only, cash flow only, or specific element, an element in FS, any element. Now just read the name of 805. 805 deals with special consideration applicable to an audit of single FS, balance sheet P&L, or specific element, account, or items in FS. Makla, are we clear with 800 and 805? So, 810. And in some legal cases or for specific purpose, regulators or the users will require summary financial statements. What financial? Summary. What is summary? Consolidated, like condensed financial. Usually we have full FS or audited FS, complete FS. This complete FS, we have performed audit as per SA 700 series. From the complete full audited FS, they will prepare. Okay. As per the requirement, they will prepare what FS? Summary financial statement. So summary will contain less detail or more detail than audited FS. Summary FS will contain less detail, but it will be in align with the full FS. See, even though it is summary, profit will remain the same, balance sheet total will remain the same. So here, if you are doing the audit of summary FS, then it is SA 810. So in every standard, we had compared it with two. In 800, general purpose, special purpose. So 800 will apply if it is special purpose framework. 805 will have full FS is there or single FS or specific element. If this is the case, single FS or specific element, then 805 will apply. And here, full audited FS or summary FS. If it is summary FS, 810. And guys, there is something there. Ask me what? No. Very important thing is there in 810. Come on, ask me what? You didn't know? 810 both should be mandatorily done by the same CA. Audit of full and audit of summary. Whereas in other cases, general purpose can be conducted by one, special purpose can be conducted by another CA, or both can be conducted by same also. But here, mandatorily, both should be conducted by same auditor. Now, did you get the idea of chapter number 8? And in chapter number 8, 3 standards. Are we clear with chapter 8? The intention of this session is just to give you the idea of the chapters. For those who have studied, it will be a recap. For those who are preparing now for the new chapters, it's just an idea. Come on. We are unstoppables. Can we go to chapter number 9? Okay. So this was 800. 810 also I said. Summary financial statements. Now chapter number 9. Chapter number 9 is audit related services. This is nothing but SRS, standards on related services. And as a chartered accountant, we do many services. In professional ethics, we call them as other than audit, other than certification, other than accounting, you call it as what? MCS, management consultancy services. Many services we do. Do we give assurance on each and every services? No. So here a CA, okay, auditor or the practitioner, you call them as either auditor, and here you call them as practitioner. Practitioner means CA. He or she is appointed for doing related services. Two things are there. SRS 4400. It is agreed upon procedures. AUP, agreed upon procedures. Say, for example, Akshay was asking the doubt. Okay, Akshay is appointed by the management, okay, to do certain procedure which they specify. Management will specify. See, Akshay, you are appointed to do these procedures on an item. Say, for example, inventory. On inventory, who will perform procedure? Auditor. Which procedure? Procedure set by the management. Makla, in audit, who decides the procedure? I'm asking you in SADA audit, who designs the procedure? Who decides the procedure? Who decides the procedure? It is auditor, CA. Whereas in related services, SRS 4400, name itself is agreed upon procedure. Who will decide the procedures? Procedures are decided by management, and we are just executing. Like we do inquiry, observation, inspection, all those. And here you will give your factual findings. Makla, what will you give? Based on the procedures performed. This is the factual findings. Here there is no conclusion, no assurance, no opinion. You are just giving your factual findings. Based on the procedures performed, these are the facts. And here also I said inventory. SA 805 will also specific element. I said inventory is an example. How this is different? SRS will apply if it is not audit, you are just asked to do certain procedure without assurance. 805 will apply if you are appointed to do audit of inventory. Here you are not giving opinion, it's just factual findings. Makla, are we clear with SRS 4400? Here also it can be a specific element, but you are not giving in the opinion, it's only factual findings. And if it is clear, can we go to 4410? Okay. In 4410, what are we doing? We are going to do compilation engagement. Makla, what? We are doing the compilation engagement. As a auditor, or rather as a chartered accountant, we have expertise in accounting area. We will use that expertise to assist whom? Makkale, to assist whom? To assist the, Ariyar, come on, to assist the management in preparation and presentation of what? Financial information as per AFR. So we will use our accounting knowledge to assist the management in compiling the financial information as per the applicable financial reporting framework. Here also, once you have completed, you will give compilation report. What report? You will be giving a compilation report. But again, in compilation report, do we say assurance? No. We just say, based on the information and explanation, whatever is provided, we have compiled. If you have any comments, that you can say. Are we clear with 4410 and 4400? So, in examination, chapter number 9, these two standards, when will you think? See, here you are doing AUP, agreed upon procedure, where you are giving factual findings. Here you will think only when something related to compilation you are preparing. Finally, you will give the without any assurance. So that is two standards. This is SRS 4400 and this is SRS 4410. Are we clear with the summary of chapter number 9? If so, take rest for 30 seconds. Then we will go to chapter number 10 and chapter number 11. Okay. And my intention is not to cover the entire thing, just to give an idea so that if you are reading, after getting this idea, okay, you will think, okay, this is the thing. Makla, if your rest is over, can you say ready for chapter number 10? All set? Come on, unstoppables. Okay. See, chapter number 8 was 800 series. Chapter number 9 was SRS. Now, chapter number, where? Yeah. Chapter number 10 is regarding the review. Which standard will come to your mind when you hear review? It is SRE. But if you have observed, SRS and SRE, two numbers each. Just to change the first numbers. 4,400, 4,410. 2,400, 2,410. Wow. Okay. And before we start, what is 2,400? What is 2,410? Let me ask you something else. And in audit, you guys are expert in audit, no? In audit, what you perform, come on, starting level, you perform the audit procedures. From the audit procedure, what you obtain, what you obtain? Sufficient and appropriate evidence. From the evidence, what you arrive at a conclusion. Based on the conclusion, you arrive at the, you arrive at the opinion. And this is essay audit. Now, can we change it and compare it with review? In review, you don't perform all the procedure. Here we perform only limited procedure. Mainly two procedure. Inquiry we perform, comparison, you call it as analytical procedure. So in review, like audit, there is no extensive procedure. Here, fewer procedure, limited procedure. Okay, fewer procedure. From that, you obtain evidence. But evidence will be lesser than audit. From the evidence, you arrive at a conclusion. But a conclusion means it is not usual conclusion. It is limited conclusion. Or you say it as negative wordings. What is that? What is the negative wordings? In audit, how we form the opinion? I'm asking you in audit. Our opinion is positively worded. What is positively worded? Based on the examination, information and explanation, financial shows true and fair view. And am I right? We say shows true and fair view, positive. In review, negative worded. I will say, based on the review or based on the examination, nothing has come to our attention that causes us to believe it is not true and fair view. We have seen there is nothing that came to our attention to think that it is not true and fair view. Did you understand the negative wordings? Angela, it's not qualified. It's just saying, see, in audit you say it shows true and fair view. In review, you are saying based on the examination, nothing has come to our mind that causes us to believe it is not a true and fair view. Nothing has come, not true and fair view, meaning it is true and fair view. But you are saying it in negative slang. Why? Because it is lesser assurance. You can't say true and fair view. We have seen nothing we saw which is not true and fair view. ഞങ്ങൾ നോക്കി തെറ്റൊന്നും കണ്ടില്ല. We saw nothing is wrong. Yeah, it's just the method of saying is different. But which is more assurance? Positive worded is more assurance. And did you understand this difference between audit and review? In audit, sada procedure, here limited procedure. Here you obtain sufficient and appropriate. Here also you will obtain evidence. Here you arrive at the conclusion, which is positively worded opinion. Here there is no opinion, just a conclusion which is negatively worded. Makkale, are we clear with difference between audit and review? Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Wait, I will just summarize you again. What is the difference between audit and review? For those people who are still confused, let me summarize. In audit, you are giving reasonable assurance. Here you are giving only limited assurance. See, audit is done usually yearly. Review is generally done interim, like quarterly or half yearly, whatever it is. In audit, you perform elaborate, extensive procedure, like you do TOC, test of control, substantive procedure. Whereas in review, we perform only limited procedure. As I said, inquiry and analytical is the main procedure. In audit, we draw reasonable conclusion. Here, we draw limited conclusion. Now, in audit, we are giving an opinion. What opinion? Positively worded. Based on our audit, information and explanation, it shows true and fair view. Whereas here, there is no opinion. Here, just a conclusion. We're just concluding. We can't say opinion because it's just fewer procedure which we are performing. Language is negatively worded. Based on our examination, nothing has come to our attention. ഞങ്ങൾ നോക്കിയിട്ട് തെറ്റൊന്നും കണ്ടില്ല. We have seen there is no mistakes. Now, did you understand the difference between audit and review? In review, there is no dash. Can someone support? In review, there is no. Very good. In review, there is no opinion. It is only a what? Conclusion. With fewer procedure, we can't form an opinion. We can just arrive at a conclusion. We have performed this procedure. Based on this, nothing has come to our attention, which is not true and fair. Yes, we are giving an assurance, but it's only a limited assurance, not reasonable. Ada guys, if this much is clear, can you say proceed? Come on, proceed. Let me say what is it two standards all about. And two sets of standards are there, which is SRE 2400 and SRE 2410. Now, both these standards are applicable when, in the examination, when will you think about these standards? Review work. When will you think about review work? It is not audit, not assurance, but you are doing on historical financial. Maybe it is quarterly, half yearly, whatever it is. Now, why this two sets of standard, guys? Both it is review. Both it is historical financials only. The main difference is here it is done by practitioner. Practitioner means CA. Here it is done by CA, okay, but the auditor of the entity who does the audit under SA 700 series. Now, this is the main difference between these two standards. Which SRE will apply if auditor himself does the review? Is it 400 or 410? Auditor himself is appointed to conduct the review. Then it is the standard. Auditor is not appointed. Some other person is appointed to conduct review. Then this one. A lot of other differences are there, but main difference is this one. Now, can you read the name? Engagements to review historical financial info. Statement. Here, review of interim financial information performed by hero. Come on, who's the hero? Independent auditor of the entity. Makla, are we clear with this one? So here, more KYC will be there. You are already the auditor. Here, you will have lesser knowledge. So procedure will be different. So guys, that was the summary of which chapter? This was chapter number 10. So can you again take rest? 30 seconds, say ready for the last chapter of this session. So guys, coming to the last summary chapter. In fact, I wanted to give you summary of 7 chapters like this. But in this session, okay, 4 chapters. We will conduct another session later on, which I will intimate you in that other chapter summary. Okay. So chapter 8 was 800 series, chapter 9 is SRS, and chapter 10 is SRE. Now chapter number 11. Name is Prospective Financial Information and Other Assurance Services. So here you are going to give assurance on what? Makla, you remember I gave you what? SA, SRE, SAE, SRS, no? I gave you difference. Assurance will come when you are giving assurance on other than, makle, other than historical financial info. So here we have 3 sets of standards. First standard is SAE 3400. And this standard is there in PE. Anyone? Do you know? Estimate of earnings contingent upon future transaction. Professional ethics, there is one of the clauses. For those who have studied PE, kindly say the clause where you are checking the assumptions made by management, source of the forecast, basis of the forecast, without vouching for accuracy. You give the report. Ada, you're right. Clause 3, part 1, second schedule. And here, prospective financial information. Prospective. It can be either forecasted financial. Forecasted means it's just 1 year or maybe lesser period. Or it can be projected financials. Or it can be combination of both. Prospective means future. Either forecasted means it's just next 1 year or next 6 months. And I'm very sure that in your articleship life, you would have prepared the forecasted financial for bank loan renewal, etc. Next 6 months or next 1 year, which is more predictable. So it is based on best judgment assumption. It's it's more accurate. Whereas projected is more long term, like say next 5 years, next 10 years. So here the assumption is not best judgment, it is future oriented. So you call it as hypothetical assumption. Who prepares the financial using these assumptions? Financials are usually prepared by whom? Management. Here, the auditor, meaning CA, he or she is appointed to give a what? To give an assurance on the prospective financials which is prepared by management. So, Pillare, here our concentration will be on what? The main concentration of the CA will be on the, I just use this word, on the assumptions made by the management, whether it is realistic. Did you understand what I said now? 3400 is dealing with prospective financial info. Prospective means future. It can be either forecasted, a shorter period, or projected, or it can be a combination of both. Forecasted is more realistic or it's very near future. So it is prepared based on best judgment assumption. Chances of mistake is less. Whereas projected next 10 years, maybe 5 years, hypothetical assumption. Who prepares this using the source basis assumption? Management. As an auditor, CA, we are supposed to give an assurance. Here our opinion means here our concentration will be fully. Your opinion will be on the assumption, whether the assumptions made by management is realistic. Did you understand this? Here also, you will be giving only a limited assurance. Based on the examination, nothing has come to our attention. Can you acknowledge whether you understood this 3400, what it is? I'm not going into detail. Okay. And I hope you know essay 402. What is essay 402? I'm not asking you SAE. I'm just asking you essay 402. Essay 402 is audit consideration in relation to an entity using, very good, service organization. And assume Swapna. Okay, she is the auditor of A Limited. This is the user entity. Guys, 402. I'm assuming you know 402 and I'm speaking. Cut off. I'm assuming you know 402. User entity auditor. A is the user entity, so CA Swapna is the auditor. Now, B Limited. It is the service organization. It is audited by CA Rudran. Now, SA 402 will apply for Swapna or Rudran. Audit consideration in relation to an entity using service organization. SA 402 will apply to which auditor? User entity auditor, which is CA Swapna. Guys, I'm talking about SA 402. I'm assuming you know 402. Now, CA Swapna, while doing the audit of A Limited, she has to obtain understanding about B Limited's controls. Why? Because A Limited has outsourced the financials. But are we clear with this example till now? A Limited has outsourced the services to B Limited. So while auditing A Limited, CA Swapna, as per SA 402, she has to obtain understanding about controls at B. Why? Because B Limited is processing A Limited's financial. Now, to know about the control, our Rudran, Rudran is the auditor of which entity? Service auditor. He will give type 1, type 2 report about controls at the service organization. Makle, Rudran is giving report on what? Is it financial? Rudran is giving report on what? Is it financial? No. He is giving report about control, control objective, etc. At which entity? Controls at the service organization. When Rudran gives report about controls at service organization, he, service organization auditor has to follow SAE 3402. Makla, tell me frankly, did you understand that? Swapna, who is the auditor of user entity, has to comply with SA 402. She has to obtain from delimited service organization about the control. Rudran is the auditor of service organization. He will give about control objective at the service organization. While he gives the report on control, control is other than historical financial. So SAE 3402. Are we clear? For Swapna, auditor of UE, user entity, SA 402. Wow, SA 402. There, SAE 3402. And I just add E and 3. Arey, come on. Life is simple. Don't make it complicated. Why? So let me conclude. Can I go to the last standard? That's the last one which I'm going to describe in this session. India wants to know whether it is clear. So can I go to the next? Yeah. SAE 3420. If I have to explain, it will be half an hour. I'll just say what it is. It is dealing with pro forma financial information. Pro forma financial information to be included in prospectus. A prospectus when a company issues. Just think logically. Whenever company needs money, simply they won't issue, right? Whenever company needs money, they will issue shares. Before issuing shares, they will issue prospectus. So prospectus, the future investors, the prospective investors wanted to know how their money is going to be utilized. Say, for example, this money is utilized for merger, a merger which is about to happen, or an acquisition which is about to happen. In this prospective financial information, what company will do? Here you call the management as responsible party. Management will prepare a hypothetical thing. Hypothetical means, investors, if you give us the money, our company will merge with that particular company and our financial will be like this. They will look like this. That hypothetical financial is called as the prospective financial information. Had the merger had already taken place, how the financial statements would look like. It's like, they are representing. If you give us the money, the existing financial would have been better like this, so that users can appreciate. Users means investors, and they can give money to the company. So pro forma financial information. Makle, does it represent actual? Is it an actual financial? No, it is just an hypothetical. Meaning, had the merger or had this event or had this acquisition taken place on this date, how our existing financial would look like? It is not actual. It is only for including in the prospectus. Who will prepare this pro forma financial info? Responsible party. We as the practitioner We have to give reasonable assurance. But did you get an idea about what it is? Pro forma financial information. Pro forma financial information. So that is the summary of which chapter? Chapter number 11. 3,400 prospective financial. It can be forecast projected. 3,402 is service organization controls. Read it with essay 402. 3,420 is pro forma financial information. It's like hypothetical. Had the money been received, had the merger taken place earlier, how the financial would look like. This you think only when something related to prospectus. Guys, now reply. So our session was like I said, I will give you the summary of new syllabus chapters. In this session, how many chapters did we summarize? I gave you first the overview of the entire standards, SA, SRA, SAE. Then I gave you the summary of 4 chapters, I guess, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Ada, it is just the summary. Still, we have some more additional topic like digital audit is there. Internal audit, there has been many changes. Then what? ESG, SDG, etc. So this we will keep another short session. Okay. Okay. Your doubts, I'll just come back after I take 5 minutes of tips. Is that okay? Your doubt I will clear, then only I will go. Can I take 5 minutes to say general things? Okay, guys. Now, what is the issues which you are facing? Can you put your reply in the chat box so that I can address that and speak rather than talking generally? What are the issues which you face now? I will say 2 issues which generally arises. One, forgetting. Second, time. Anything else other than these 2? Time, forgetting, other than this? Classes is there. Okay. Anything else? Okay, let me address this first. Guys, forgetting is part and parcel of the subject, especially auditing. Unlike other subjects in the group, AFM, which is one of the, for me, when I was studying, one of the most favorite subject, and yeah. Then FR, again, more of, even though there is India's theory, maybe problem is also there. But auditing, as you guys are aware, it is pure theory. But when they ask in the exam, it is more concept-oriented questions. And I'm assuming that you guys have gone through the ICI material or some material, and you should appreciate ICI, like they're not asking any direct questions. They're just asking the problematic question. Problematic means like a case study model. So first thing which you have to do is study. If you have classes to complete, try to complete classes. Along with the classes, revisions will be there. See that revision and make sure that along with the classes, you do revision. I used to say to my regular batch students as well as the offline batch students, of whatever batch I take, I usually say, students do a mistake. They will be in a hurry to complete the classes. You, session 1 is pending, session 2 is only happening. You, we have 50 more sessions. That's true. I do agree classes is very important. You have to complete it. Your attention is correct. But along with the classes, kindly do the revision. Generally, on my experience, what I've seen is they will finish the entire class, 50 sessions or 60 or 70, whatever it is. Then only they go for the revision. But it's my humble request for those people who have classes pending, you see the class first, you prepare the note, read, but along with that, maybe 1 hour, a week, or at least 2 to 3 hours a week, kindly take off for doing revision. Makle, is that clear with the first one? If you're clear with first one, yes? One thing. Second thing regarding the um, revision. Uh, Revision and forgetting. Forgetting is, as I said, it's part of the subject. It's given free along with the subject. So trust me, each and every time, I'll say something. If I am not in touch with this standards, say for example, 1 month I've not seen the standard, even I will forget the standard. Whatever you hear last day, can you recall the entire dialogue which you spoke to your friend last day? You say you spoke to your best friend. Can you say without even leaving one single word? Can you reproduce and say your best friend you have enjoyed and you have chatting a lot about, your personal things and all these matters? Even that you can't recall in one day. Then how about the subject, guys? So, first time when you study, it will feel, when you take again, everything forgot, it's part. But once you read, if you have studied first time with full concentration, you won't take much time to recall. Again, if you revise it after 3 weeks or so, again you tend to forget, but it will take lesser time. Usually, what I feel is 3 rounds of revision is necessary. First round of revision will complete with class. For those people who have attended the classes, they know that along with the classes, come on guys, regular batch and the offline batch, we have done revisions with the classes, you remember? 10 hours revision of 14 chapters, 14 or 15 chapters. Okay, for others who are seeing the classes, please revise with the class 1 round. Next round revision is through the mentoring. I know for some people mentoring, because of other classes or this class or whatever it is job, it may not, that task is little bit high, but don't worry, you still have time. So if one task is pending, leave that. Or you can take 2 or 3 days extra. Even in the assignment, I have did you can submit the assignment after the deadline also. But I've said strictly to complete in deadline, but that does not mean you have to be in pressure cooker. Ayyo, ma'am has said the task, others are doing, we can't do. No. Always there is a breathing line difference between few students. Makla, are we clear on these two? At our first round of revision, without compromise, it should be with the class. Second round, mentoring. Third round also, I'm here with you. Let the mentoring is getting over by April. April first week is the target line. After that, one more revision plan I will give you. I mean that 10 days revision plan, even 1.5 days before the exam, how to revise, that too I will give you. Just be calm, baby, calm down, calm down, calm down. Is my explanation clear for your issues? If clear, can I say one more thing? With that, I will wind up. Can I talk for the last one? 1 minute? It is a time when you are under full pressure. I know many of you are pressurized, class is pending, task is not going. We thought to finish it, but it's not completing, forgetting. But trust me, guys, the strain, the sacrifices, the pressures which you face now, you have to handle it boldly. Okay, ma'am, you have passed and for you it is easy. No, 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 no. Even I have come across all these phases. Okay, so I can vouch and say, just stay calm. Calm means it doesn't mean that without any tension, tension to an extent is good. Okay, to an extent. But don't lose your focus. If you're not feeling well, oh my God, it is getting too much. Well, you can take a day off. You take a day off, no. But on the second day, after the rest, come back like a boomerang, 2 times stronger, double strong. And believe me, for the sacrifices, for the pressures which you face now, you can and you will and you should bring smile to many faces in July. I don't know exactly when the results will come. In the July 2024, when May 24 exams results will come, you will bring smile to many faces. I'm not just talking about your face, I'm talking about many other faces. Did you get me? And trust me, when that results comes, all the sacrifices, all the pressures which you face now, you will think it's very good that I sacrificed them. Just hang on, go with the flow, stay focused. എന്താ പറയാ, if you are tensed and if you are not getting anyone else to speak, I've said in the mentoring group also, you can consider me as not as a faculty, as a mentor. If you are not getting anyone else, then you can personally message me. Okay, doubts, etc. I've asked you to post only in the group. I'm saying other things. If you don't get anyone, well, I'm here to help you. So guys, that's it from my side. I hope this session was okay for you. So that's it, Pulare. We will have another session similar to this, but not regarding this topic, other topic like digital auditing, internal audit, ESD, SDG, etc. Summary I will give you. Again, I will come back with some other tips also. Okay. So thank you very much. We'll see. And always, 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 hey guys, we have to say something. What? Come on, before you leave, you have to say, we will pass. Not pass in November cutoff. We will pass in May 24th. Daily, you say at least once. Because first you have to be confident. Then only ICA will believe you. So we will pass.